Welcome to Startup Hack. Today we are going to talk about new features you might have missed in .NET 8. So let's jump right in. Make sure to check out the link down below because we always provide the code samples that you can pull down and follow along so you can see in our project. Do you want to earn $100,000 a year? Do you want to become a software developer within just 3 months? With our amazing course and awesome tutors, you never have to worry about getting stuck. We help students to learn skills that companies want to hire. We are Startup Hack. Don't forget to subscribe our channel. So let's get started. Alright, let's start with System.Text.Json improvements or fixes. Okay, let's delve into the third nitty-gritty details of the enhancement made to the System.Text.Json source generator. We are also going to explore how it's navigating its way to our beloved native AOT along with several other amends and upgrades. Excited to see what these modifications bring to our coding table? Of course, you are. The first thing you will notice is inception of caching support to incremental generator. This updates aim to turbocharge the IDE performance for more substantial projects. Talk about an efficiency upgrade. They have also tweaked the formatting of the source generator code. This change caters to those pesky indentation issues and minor gripes that have been bugging you. Finally, along with that, they have introduced new diagnostic warnings. Just think if you appreciate a bit of nudge in right direction. What? You are a coder and you are cramming some juicy code examples. Regrettably, Microsoft has capped that thrill for the release, but the anticipation makes it more fun, doesn't it? We are not done yet. They have also tackled bug associated with infamous accessibility modifier resolution. This upgrade, no doubt, is a massive relief for developers. Now it's time to talk about the .json string enum converter tenum, an amazing new converter that accompanies the existing JSON string enum converter class. Yes, and just to answer your question, it is indeed supported in native AOT. Impressed, aren't you? If you are considering targeting native AOT users, you will need to note your enum types in the following format. Here's the example. This snippet depreciates usage of JSON string converter. Utilizing this strategy, you can note your enum types, thus aiding in efficient and automatic JSON serialization. Let's not forget the brilliant JSON converter.type property. This cool new bit allows you to figure out the type class of a non-generic JSON converter instance. Pretty neat, huh? So here's example. With all these enhancements, juggling JSON files in the .NET ecosystem becomes as breezy as a Sunday drive. Are you ready to dive into the feature-rich update? Because I so am. So the next new feature is zip file.create from directory usage. Here's an example of how you can use a zip file.create from directory method. This magic trick squeezes all the files in a directory, zips them, and save them directly into destination stream. No temporary disk storage required. So here's an example. The next new feature is zipfile.extract to directory usage. And now here's the partner in crime, zipfile.extract to directory. Hard at work. It lets you take a stream with a zip file and unzip into file system. Pretty cool, huh? Next new feature of .NET 8 is metric collector matrix API. Do you remember the old instrument recorder? Well, this is his stronger, faster brother. This new class loaded in Microsoft.extensions.telemetry testing pack is all set to give your testing scenarios a massive boost. At this point, you'll probably asking what's the lowdown on this. Here's a scoop. Metric collector doesn't just record metric measurements anymore, it timestamps them as well. Now I know all you code lovers are itching to see metric collector at work, so let's jump into the jungle of code and see this bad boy in action. So here's an example of metric collector. Okay, so what's my verdict? Metric collector is a hot piece of cake for all your testing needs. Its timestamping features and the flexibility to use anytime provider made it a rock star in the world of testing metrics. So this new .NET 8 feature gets a 2 thumbs up for me. Next feature is options validation source generator. This feature allows you to validate options right at compile time, reducing the overheads and tracking issues at runtime. I'll bet my keyboard's backspace key, this new addition, is here to make error catching faster and brainier than ever. Let's take a peek into how the modern Marvel works. Understanding options of validation usage, here we got three models. First model knows no namespace, second model no namespace, and third model no namespace. Each model has properties marked with validation attributes like required and minimum length. So here's the example. And this validation logic is implemented in these partial classes. First validator no non-space and second validator no non-space. Here's an example. I love how C# gives us the freedom to keep our code neat and nifty, don't you? Now that inject the validation into the app, first all you need to do is add first validator no namespace and second validator no namespace as singleton service in your startup class, and let the game of the checks and balances begin. Here's the example. In my opinion, the addition of this feature is a major step up for error management in the .NET ecosystem. Now we have an automated system to enjoy error-free code. Well, unless you are a fan of debugging sessions at 2 a.m., no judgments here. This makes it easier for us to bear the burden of error management, wouldn't you agree? Plus, it provides awesome benefits like saving CPU cycles and impromptu to headaches. Now the next feature is logger message attributes extended constructor overloads. Now as you know, the existing constructor of logger message attribute requires specifying the event ID, log level, and message parameters. But let's be real, not always we need to define all of them, right? And this is where these newly introduced overloads come into play, bringing a new level of ease and versatility to the table. No more need for additional parameters if they are not necessary. For instance, check out this sleek code showing the new available constructors. Aren't they exciting slide, right? So here's example. And here's a bit more interesting bit. Take a look at this user pleasing invocation of logger message attributes in a logger method. Now raise your hands if the thought of not having to specify event ID each time makes you as giddy it makes me. So here's example. Before you ask, let me assure you Microsoft has mentioned that for those constructors where event ID is not required, the system will automatically take care of it and generate it for us in future previews, giving us yet another reason to celebrate this new feature. Did anybody ask for easier logging in .NET? Well, your wishes were heard loud and clear. So what's your take on this feature? Are you excited as I am? Reduce unnecessary code and log like breeze. Alright, so the next new feature is source generated COM interop. We have got an improved source generator in our hands that plays well with COM interfaces. This is all thanks to the new generation interop support initialized with library import attribute. Springing off this update, you will see this new system.runtime.interop services.marshalling generator income interface attribute doing the magic of marking an interface as a COM1 for the source generator. Want to know something even more exciting? This source generator will scribble down code that enables C# code callbacks to unmanaged code and vice versa. So here's example. Alright, you might say, where's the catch? Well, here it is. The generator supports yet another new attribute, the system.runtime.interop service.marshalling.generated COM class attribute. This cool attribute lets you pass on types that implement interfaces with system.runtime.interop services.marshalling.generated COM interface attributed interfaces to unmanaged code. So here's example. Now interfaces with generated COM interfaces attribute can also interact with library import attribute. They both support each other's type, which is a big win. There's a bit of caveat through there are few support limitations in the COM source generator. Interface types such as iDispatch and iInspectable apartment in affinity, COM properties, COM events, and using the new keyword to activate a COM co-class are not supported. Don't worry, they have already got improvements in the pipeline for future .NET releases. SHA-3 support. So here's the new feature. What's new in the .NET 8? We have got SHA-3 hashing primitive support added to our roster. Allow me to simplify. Think of it as a shiny new tool in your crypto toolkit. However, keep in mind that these SHA-3 hashing mechanisms are specifically accessible on systems running OpenSSL 1.1, 1.1 plus, or Windows 11 builds number 25324 and above. Why does it matter? Well, in today's world where the data protection is worth its weight in gold, an extra layer of a robust cryptographic hash like SHA-3 is nothing short of a gift from the heavens. This chest of cryptographic treasure includes variants such as SHA-3 256, SHA-3 384, and SHA-3 by 512 for carrying out hashing. It's even equipped with HMAC versions, and it's particularly tailored for RSA-OEP encryption. Quite the security asset, don't you think? Let's walk through here. So here's example. Easy, right? Just check if SHA-3 256 or SHA-3 variation is supported, and voila. Oh, it's get better. SHA-3 boasts two flexible output functions aptly named Shake 128 and Shake 256. These aren't your typical function. They can generate output of any length, hence the term extendable. Cool, isn't it? So here's the example. Now I must add a little caveat here. SHA-3 support is primarily aimed at supporting cryptographic primitives, so don't go all giddy expecting it to fully support higher level constructions and protocols, at least not yet. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you found it as interesting navigating through it as I did explaining it. So don't forget to subscribe our channel and hit the bell icon for latest updates. To joining our course, you can simply go to our website called startuphack.com. Thank you.